Today in the grain market, soybeans were firm. Those acreage estimates are really the focus right now. And the China demand has slowed somewhat, so the market seems to have slowed down. That's why we're seeing a little bit more of sideways movement. But until we can really extrapolate the numbers, meaning the acreage numbers versus what we would expect the carryouts to be, it seems like that the long position holders are just going to hang on. Now, in options that may open interest has been the highest that it's been ever, specifically the $15 calls. So, you kind of wonder, that activity just lets you know that there's a lot of interest really higher up, or the expectation that the market has some room to move a little bit higher. So today we closed about 8.25 cents higher. So pretty strong going into the second part of the week. Now, corn was steady. The futures did hover around, it has been really hovering around that 550 level, and it's kind of stuck in a channel that it's been in the past couple of weeks. And it's kind of the same that's of what's happening with soybeans. It's pretty much in lockstep right there, and we've been really watching weather in Brazil and Argentina, trying to see how their crop production is going in their numbers, and there hasn't really been anything to kind of move the needle right now. But futures are still stuck kind of in our channels until the USDA report comes at the end of the month. Now, in the options for corn, the July $6 calls have been the most active. And again, the open interest keeps rising, and that's really above where we are right now. Is that a little bit of a tell that there's some expectation that the market could move higher? I mean, it's very possible, but something to watch out for. Corn ended up about a penny and a quarter, but new headlines are going to be needed to get really these get the rally going, or really get some market direction moving one way or the other. Now, wheat did fall today as well. I think it's giving back yesterday's gains, but perhaps maybe we found somewhat of a short-term bottom, so it didn't make a new low. The open interest in the April contract is still between the 630 and 640 mark, and so immediately got up and kind of satisfied that. But then today we had a little bit of a sell-off. We were down about 10 cents today, but there's still a lot more activity in the 580 puts. So does that tell us that maybe there's a little scramble right now to protect ourselves from the downside in case this market starts to move? And it looks like that maybe wheat has a little bit further to fall than anything else, and that's possibly what's kind of spurring that activity. But until we get a little bit of an idea of breaking out of some of these channels, I think the markets are going to be pretty choppy going forward.